Hello dear students, welcome to online classes of Vivekananda PU College. So welcome to physics class. In the last session we were discussing about calorimetry, right? Calorimetry. What is calorimetry? Calorimetry is the measurement of heat. Measurement of heat is called as calorimetry, and the instrument which is used to measure heat is calorimeter. Calorimetry is the measurement of heat, and calorimeter is the name of the instrument which is used to measure heat of a substance, and it works on the principle that heat gained by the cold body is equal to heat lost by the hot body. When you drop a hot body into a cold body, what happens? The heat energy of the hot body is transferred to the cold body, and the temperature of the hot body will decrease and temperature of the cold body will increase, and they both will attain the same temperature at the end. So heat gained by the cold body what will it do? It will receive the heat from the hot body, and hot body will give its heat to the cold body, and that heat gained by the cold body is always equal to heat lost by the hot body. That is the principle behind calorimeter. Okay. Now we have already discussed one problem regarding calorimetry, and I have another problem here for your reference on the topic calorimetry. See, when 0.1 kg of copper of specific heat 418 joule per kg per Kelvin heated to 80 degrees Celsius was dropped to 0.5 kg of certain liquid. See, this is the first part. When 0.1 kg of copper, we have 0.1 kg of copper now in our hand, of specific heat 418. The specific heat of copper is given as 418. What is specific heat capacity? It is the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of unit mass of substance by unit degree, 1 degree, right? So amount of heat required to raise the temperature of any substance, unit mass of substance by unit temperature is specific heat capacity. So they have given mass of copper in our hand, and the specific heat of copper is also given. It is heated to 80 degrees Celsius. The copper is initially heated to 80 degrees Celsius. Then it is dropped to 0.05 kg of certain liquid. There is a liquid, certain liquid. The name is not given. How much liquid is there? 0.05 kg of liquid is there, and it is maintained at a temperature of 25 degrees Celsius. Liquid is maintained at 25 degrees Celsius. So here hot body is copper, right? Because copper is at a temperature of 80 degrees Celsius. It is higher than the liquid, which is at 25 degrees Celsius. So hot body is copper, cold body is the liquid. Hot body is dropped into the cold body now. Now what happens? Temperature of hot body should decrease, temperature of cold body should increase, and the final temperature of both should be same, right? Then contained in a copper calorimeter of mass 0.2 kg. So the liquid is taken in a copper calorimeter. Now the temperature has raised to 35 degrees Celsius. See, we have copper calorimeter, inside which we have taken some certain liquid. The mass of liquid is given to be 0.05 kg. It is maintained at 25 degrees Celsius. Okay. Its specific heat is not given. See, specific heat is not given. We have copper of mass 0.1 kg maintained at 80 degrees Celsius. So it is the hot body, the liquid is the cold body in this case. So when it is dropped into the liquid, what happens? Its temperature will fall, its temperature will raise. The temperature has raised to 35 degrees Celsius. See, they have said that the temperature of the liquid has raised from 25 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius. So, when the copper is dropped into the liquid, the heat will be received by the liquid from the copper, right? Liquid ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, ಕಾಪರ್ ಇಂದ ಹೀಟ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿಯನ್ನು ಗೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಇದರ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ದ ಫೈನಲ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಈಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಟು ಬಿ 35 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಫೈನಲ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಈಸ್ 35 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ and its specific heat is given 418 joule per kg. Now what you have to calculate? You have to calculate the specific heat of, calculate what is the specific heat of the liquid. This is the problem. So hege madudu, last class alli ondu madideve. Let us list out the given values. Mass of copper, I will write it as MCU, copper. Mass of copper is given as 0.1 kg. Okay, specific heat of copper, specific heat of copper is 418 joule per kg per Kelvin. Temperature of copper is given to be 80 degrees Celsius, 80 degrees Celsius. Then we have liquid. Mass of liquid is given to be 0.05 kg. Temperature of liquid, TL, I will write it as TL. Temperature of liquid is given to be 25 degrees Celsius. Contained in a copper calorimeter of mass 0.2 kg. Leave that. The temperature has raised to 35 degrees Celsius. I will write the final temperature as capital letter T. T is given to be 35 degree Celsius. What you have to calculate? You have to calculate specific heat of the liquid. You have to calculate specific heat of the liquid. So write down the question. Write down the question and list out the given values by looking at the question. Okay, now first thing you have to check is whether everything is given in SI unit or not. Okay, but ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಇಂಥ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ನೆನಪಿರೋದಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಅನ್ನು ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟರೂ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಫೈನಲ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಬಟ್ ನಾವು ರೂಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇಡ. ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ದೀಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟು SI unit of temperature. Which is the SI unit of temperature? It is Kelvin. They have given it in degree Celsius. How to convert degree Celsius into Kelvin? We know that the relation between Tk and Tc is Tk is equal to Tc plus 273. Right? So 80 degree Celsius is how many Kelvins? 80 degree Celsius is equal to 80 plus 273. 80 plus 273, that will be 353 Kelvin, right? 353 Kelvin. 353 Kelvin, right? Now we have temperature of liquid as 25 degree Celsius. 25 degree Celsius is 25 plus 273, that is 892, right? 298 Kelvin. Temperature of liquid is 298 Kelvin. And final temperature is given to be 35 degree Celsius, which is 35 plus 273, that is 308 Kelvin. 308 Kelvin. Now, now coming to the concept. So we have specific heat and calorimetry. Let us combine the two concepts. According to the principle of calorimetry, heat gained by the cold body is equal to heat lost by the hot body. I will write it here. Heat gained by the cold body is equal to heat lost by the hot body. Heat gained by the cold body is equal to heat lost by the hot body. Which is the cold body here? Here the cold body is liquid because it is maintained at lower temperature than the copper. So cold body is liquid. So I have to write heat gained by the liquid here, which should be equal to heat lost by the hot body. Which is the hot body here? Hot body is copper because it is maintained at 80 degrees Celsius, which is higher than the temperature of liquid, right? Heat lost by the copper. Okay, what is the expression for heat? How to write the expression for heat now? We have specific heat here. See, specific heat is the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of unit mass of substance by unit temperature. So specific heat is usually written as 1 by m. The relation for specific heat is delta Q by delta T. See, Q, I'll write it as Q, don't confuse. Heat gained by liquid must be equal to heat lost by copper. Okay. Now, specific heat is given by the relation 1 by m delta Q by delta T. So, delta Q can be written as, shift m and delta T here, as m into delta T. S m into delta T, right? Right? Now we have to write heat gained by the liquid, QL. Delta Q is nothing but specific heat into mass into temperature change, right? Then to write QL, that is heat gained by the liquid, we have to write specific heat of liquid, mass of liquid and temperature change of liquid, right? Specific heat of liquid SL, mass of liquid ml into delta T L anta baritan nanu, must be equal to heat lost by the hot body Q of copper must also be equal to its product of its specific heat, mass and temperature change. So specific heat of copper, mass of copper into temperature change of copper. Now specific heat of liquid is not given, we have to calculate, so I'll write it as SL only, into mass of liquid is given as mass of liquid ml 0.05 into temperature change ಬರಿಬೇಕು. Initially liquid was at a temperature of 25 degrees Celsius, that is 298 Kelvin. When hot copper is dropped into it, its temperature has raised to 35 degrees Celsius, which is equal to 308 Kelvin. So temperature has changed, we have to write change in temperature, that is final temperature minus initial temperature, or usually we write higher value minus lower value. So higher value is 308, lower value is 298. So this must be equal to 308 minus 298. No confusion. Then specific heat of copper is given as 418 into mass of copper is given as 0.1 into, I have to write temperature change of copper. See, copper was initially at a temperature of 80 degrees Celsius, that is nothing but 353 Kelvin. When it is dropped into liquid, its temperature has fallen because it has lost its heat. So now its temperature is 308. So higher value minus lower value barivaga 353 minus 308, right? 308. Now remaining thing is very simple, it is just a calculation. So SL into 0.05 into 308 minus 298 is 10. ಸಿ ನಾನಾಗ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟರೂ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕೆಂತಂದರೆ 35 minus 25 is also 10, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡುವ ಕೇಸ್ ಬರುವಾಗ ನೀವು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿಲ್ಲ, ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು. ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 418 ಇಂಟು 0.1 ಇಂಟು 353 minus 308 is 45, which is 80 minus 35, right? 45. So I have to calculate SL, specific heat of liquid, which is equal to 418 into 0.1 into 45 ಈ ಕಡೆ ಇರೋದು ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಇರೋದನ್ನು ಆ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುವ 0.05 into 10. Now final answer, use your calculate and you will get the answer as 3762 joule per kg per Kelvin. Why joule per kg per Kelvin? Because we have calculated what? Specific heat. Specific heat SI unit is joule per kg per Kelvin. So this is the solution. I'll repeat. See, 0.1 kg of copper of specific heat is 418 joule per kg per Kelvin is dropped into 0.05 kg of liquid which is maintained at 25 degrees Celsius contained in the copper calorimeter. Now the temperature has raised to 35 degrees Celsius. What is the specific heat of liquid? We know that according to the principle of calorimetry, heat gained by the cold body is equal to heat lost by the hot body. Here in this case, cold body is liquid because it is maintained at lower temperature. Hot body is the copper which is maintained at higher temperature 80 degrees Celsius. So heat Q, heat gained by the liquid must be equal to heat lost by the copper. Now how to write the expression of heat? We know that specific heat is given by the relation 1 by m delta Q by delta T. So delta Q, that is change in heat, is written as Sm delta T, specific heat into mass into change in temperature. So writing it for liquid, SL ml delta TL. Writing it for copper, SCU MCU delta TCU. Simple. And SL ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ML ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, SCU ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, MCU ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಗ್ರತೆ ಇರಬೇಕು? ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಬರೆಯುವಾಗ ಜಾಗ್ರತೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಫಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಇತ್ತು? 25 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಹಾಕಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾಯಿತು? 35 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಈಸ್ 35 ಮೈನಸ್ 25 ಆರ್ ಕೆಲ್ವಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆಯುವುದಾದರೆ 308 minus 298. It should be equal to 418 into 0.1. Temperature of copper ಹೇಗೆ ಬರೆಯುವುದು? The initial temperature is 80 degrees Celsius. Final temperature is 35 degrees Celsius. So 80 minus 35. 80 minus 35 or Kelvin ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆಯುವುದಾದರೆ 353 minus 308. Then just the simple calculation and you will get the answer as 3762 joule per kg per Kelvin. Okay, I think this is very simple and this is enough. Let us continue the next concept. I'll just start the concept and we'll discuss it in detail in the next session. So the next concept is about change of state. Change of state. Okay, what is a state? State. We have 3 states of matter. We know 3 states. A matter is anything which occupies space and has mass. You know. What are the 3 states of matter? One is solid. You know, solid. Okay, the second one is liquid. Okay, the third state is gas. Solid state in which particles will be very closely packed, and liquid, it will be somewhat free, and gases, the particles will be free to move. Okay, this is the main 3 states of a matter. And we have another state called as plasma, and it is not included in the syllabus to you. Just concentrate here. We have 3 states: solid, liquid and gas. What is change of state? Change of state is nothing but transition of a matter, of a substance from one state to another state. ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೇಟಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ಟೇಟಿಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಷನ್ ಆಗೋದು, ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು. ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಒನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಟು ಅನದರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್. May it be from solid to liquid, or liquid to gas, or gas to solid, or solid to gas, like that. So there are some names given for each transition. Let us discuss that and wind up the session today. So solid, we have here solid and liquid. What is the transition of a substance from solid state to liquid state called? ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟಿಂದ ಘನವಸ್ತುವಿಂದ ದ್ರವ ವಸ್ತು ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಗೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುವ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸನ್ನು ಎಂತ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು? ವೆರಿ ಈಸಿ. ಐಸ್ ಕ್ಯೂಬ್ ನೀರಾಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು ನಾವು, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೆಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್. ಮೆಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಮೆಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಟು ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್. ನೌ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ from solid state to gaseous state is called? liquid ಇದ್ದದ್ದು gaseous state ಗೆ ವೇಪರ್ ಆಗುವ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೇಪರೈಸೇಷನ್. ವೇಪರೈಸೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೇಪರೈಸೇಷನ್? ವೇಪರೈಸೇಷನ್ is nothing but the transition of a substance from liquid state to gaseous state. It is vaporization. Now, what is the transition of a substance from gaseous state to solid state is called? It is called deposition. Deposition. Gaseous state iddaddu liquid state ಗೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗದೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸಿಯಸ್ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದದ್ದು ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟಿಗೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗದೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸಿಯಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟಿಗೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ, ಸಾರಿ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಇದ್ದದ್ದು ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟಿಗೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದನ್ನೆಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು? ಡೆಪಾಸಿಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತು. ಡೆಪಾಸಿಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಬರುವ. ಸೊ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಇಂದ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೆಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್, ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಇಂದ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೇಪರೈಸೇಷನ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಷನ್. ನಾವು what is the transition from liquid to solid called? ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಇದ್ದದ್ದು ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಾದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದೂರ ದೂರ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ವಿನೋ ಸಾಲಿಡಲ್ಲಿ ಹತ್ರ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಇದ್ದದ್ದು ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಾದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಹತ್ರ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಅಂದರೆ ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್. ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಫ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್. ಇದು ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತುಂಟು. ಫ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್, ಫ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗೋದು. ಫ್ರಿಜ್ಜಲ್ಲಿಟ್ಟ ನೀರು ಐಸ್ ಕ್ಯೂಬ್ ಆಗೋದು, ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡಿಂದ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟಿಗೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದು. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಫ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್. ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಫ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್. ನೌ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಷನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ದ ಆರೋ, ಐ ಹೋಪ್, ರೈಟ್? What is the transition of a substance from its gaseous state to liquid state called? It is called as condensation. 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 ಇದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಕಂಡೆನ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಈಗ ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಈಗ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಬಿಸಿ ತಿಂಡಿ ಅಥವಾ ಎಂತಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ಬಿಸಿ ಐಟಮ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಮ್ಮ ಹಾಟ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಪಾತ್ರೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಮುಚ್ಚಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊತ್ತು ಆಗುವಾಗ ಎಂತಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅದರ ಆವಿಯೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಮುಚ್ಚಳದ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಂತಿರ್ತದೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಕಂಡೆನ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು. ಅಂದರೆ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದು. ಹಾಟ್ ವೇಪರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದದ್ದು ಹೊಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರಾಗಿ ನಿಂತಿರೋದು. ಸೊ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಕಂಡೆನ್ಸೇಷನ್. Now, which is remaining? Transition of solid to gas. Transition of solid to gas is called sublimation. Important. Transition of solid to gas is called sublimation. ಅಂದರೆ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಇದ್ದದ್ದು ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಸಬ್ಲಿಮೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗದೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಸಬ್ಲಿಮೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು. ನೀವು ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಈ ಗಾಡ್ರೇಜಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಜಿರಳೆಕಾಯಿ ಅಂತ ಇಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದು ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಜಿರಳೆಕಾಯಿ ಆಗಿದ್ದರೆ, ನಾಫ್ತಲಿನ್ ಬಾಲ್ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಆಗಿದ್ದರೆ ಅದು ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಆಗಿಯೇ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಥವಾ ಡ್ರೈ ಐಸ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಡ್ರೈ ಐಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅಥವಾ ಅಯೋಡಿನ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಗೋ ಸಬ್ಲಿಮೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರಾಸೆಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸಬ್ಲಿಮೇಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಟು gaseous state. Okay, now we have a plasma state here. Plasma state ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಗ್ಯಾಸನ್ನು ತುಂಬ ಹೀಟ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರನ್ನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೇಟಿಗೆ ತಲುಪ್ತದೆ. ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು ಅದನ್ನು. ಈ ವಾಲ್ಕೆನೋ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಾಗ ಒಂದು ಫ್ಲೂಯಿಡು, ಆ ಕಡೆ ಫ್ಲೂಯಿಡು ಅಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಕಡೆ ಸಾಲಿಡು ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೇಟಿನ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು. ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ಡ್ ಅಟ್ ವೆರಿ ಹೈ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೋಟಾನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್. ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮಾರು ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. And it is attracted to it has the behavior of electromagnetic force and electromagnetic waves and all, because it consists of positive and negative ions. So that state of matter is called plasma. And ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ, transition of gas to plasma is called ionization. And transition of plasma to gaseous state is called recombination. Okay, these things you should know. So change of state is nothing but transition of a substance from one state to another state. Important, we have three states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. Transition of solid to liquid is called melting. Liquid to gas is called vaporization. Gas to solid is called deposition. Similarly, transition from liquid state to solid state is fusion or freezing. Solid to gas is sublimation. Gas to liquid is condensation. This is enough for today. Let us continue the concept in next session. In the next session, to continue the concept, you should remember all these things. What is freezing, what is melting, what is vaporization and all. Okay? Okay. Let us see in the next session. Thank you.